Right, so I'm making this for the people who, I don't know, not obviously not Tommy Robinson himself, obviously, but for the people who were on the outskirts or whatever of the Tommy Robinson team. Now, the aim of this movement has always been to get the main, the main masses involved, right? The ordinary people of this country, getting to know why Tommy does what he does, what a lot of people are angry and upset about, and trying to get everyone together in this country to agree. Now, unfortunately, lately there's been well, it's not lately, it's here we go. It's something that a few people hang on, that a few people like to do all the time. And one of these people is somebody who likes to claim that he was Tommy Robinson's security, right? That he's got some sort of power within the Tommy Robinson movement, and likes to belittle, beline, and bully anyone who doesn't wholly agree with anything, with everything that Tommy says. Now, I personally do not agree on that stance. I think that you're allowed to disagree with anyone. You're allowed to disagree with whatever anyone says, but that doesn't mean that you don't like them, or you don't support them, or you don't believe in what they're saying. But you can certainly disagree with anything that they say if you choose to. And for that you shouldn't get maligned, bullied, threatened, and targeted by someone who claims was in Tommy Robinson's security for 3 years, and apparently has all these connections within the Tommy Robinson team. Whether he does or not, I don't know. I really don't know. But what I do know is this, that Den Tarragon goes around labeling people hope not hate with no evidence, simply because they disagree with something that Tommy has said at some point, okay? And he makes sure that he goes on and always using the line of, I was security for Tommy Robinson. I know people in the Tommy Robinson movement. Now, I'm not being funny, right? But how do you expect ordinary people to follow a movement who, if you disagree, you get people like Tarragon calling them hope not hate? I mean, I couldn't be further away from hope not hate, and neither could a lot of people this man has targeted, and working class patriot has targeted, as so-called hope not hate, because they will not agree with every word that's spoken by Tommy. Now, I'm personally tired of it, and the reason I'm tired of it is because there's enough problems for us to deal with in this country without the likes of Den Tarragon and working class patriot going around slagging ordinary people off, right, for maybe disagreeing. It's not a good look. How do you expect to be took seriously by the majority of people if this is the kind of thing that happens if you're Mr. and Mrs. Joe Bloggs down the street? I don't get this, right? Now, when I was talking to Mandy Mosley and co, I have to say, not once, I don't remember ever getting threats from certain people on the Tommy Robinson side, right? Not one threat. if I did get any threats, I don't know, I never heard them, but I don't remember getting any threats whatsoever. Although I was told that I would, I never did, right? Now, when I did what I did and that finished, this individual, Den Tarragon, then decided that I was Hope Not Hate, because I went and spoke to people who totally hate Tommy and everything he stands for. And because of this, Den Tarragon uses Tommy Robinson's name and the name of the people around Tommy Robinson to, like I said, belie, belittle, and bully people that don't agree with everything that Tommy says. It's like I'm repeating myself, but it's fact. Now, all I'm doing is making this video, and just in case anyone who is in the Tommy movement can verify that this man indeed was security for Tommy Robinson, is involved with the Tommy Robinson movement, or whatever it's called, Uniting the Kingdom movement. Apparently it takes 8 police officers to take him down. He's a big guy in the movement, and everyone listens to him. Well, this isn't the way to go. If you want, if people want Tommy and the movement to be took seriously, you need to get rid of people like Den Tarragon, who think they can bully ordinary people just for not agreeing. That's not the way politics works. And you guys know it. You know it. You've seen it. And just, I couldn't think of being called anything worse than Hope Not Hate, to be quite honest. Yet Tarragon has been on a 2-week mission along with a Working Class Patriot on claiming this. And how he's claiming it is he's using the fact that over the years I've bounced around from liking Tommy to not liking Tommy, and just found my own path. Now, if the Tommy Robinson movement are aware of Den Tarragon and Working Class Patriot, and they agree with their tactics of labelling everyone Hope Not Hate, when there could be nothing further from the truth, well, I don't know what to think, really. I really don't know what to think, because, I don't understand it. I thought we were meant to be working together to get this country back to where it was, not trying to harm the very people that support the movement. I mean, here we've got a video here that you can see, a remix review on Danny Roscoe. What have you given the green light to? Yeah? So if I go on to his name, right, so he's tagged me in it. And, Ghost Speaker's Corner. Now, Ghost Speaker's Corner is somebody on this little corner of YouTube who literally said that anyone from Afghanistan, right, has the right to come into this country and seek revenge. And here we find that Den is big mates with Ghost Speaker's Corner. Now, it's funny that this individual should be on this screen, but I don't like Danny Tomo, and I don't have to like Danny Tomo. If he's Tommy's friend, great, wonderful, but I don't have to like him. I don't have to like him at all. You've certainly good news today that Tommy was let out. He shouldn't have been locked up anyway. But my annoyance is now at the fact that people like Den Tarragon and Working Class Patriot think they have the right to go around labelling people as Hope Not Hate. I mean, Den Tarragon literally got me blocked from a man. Well, he didn't do it. Richard Inman, from a man's stream who I followed since ugh, since I started following Tommy, and that's Richard Inman. And the reason I got blocked was because he went in there with 3 different accounts, plus his own account, claiming I was Hope Not Hate. So the mods in there, blocked me. Now, if that's the way that things are going to be, I'm going to have no choice but to tell the truth to the ordinary Joe Blogs in the street. Don't go near that movement, because if you say something out of hand, if you say something that's wrong, you will get targeted and you will be told you're Hope Not Hate. I've got no choice. So somebody needs to let me know, is this man part of the Tommy Robinson people who, the circle or whatever? Was he security for Tommy Robinson for 3 years? And does he have the right to be going around calling people Hope Not Hate when they're clearly not Hope Not Hate? Clearly not Hope Not Hate. But here's a little taste of it. His personality, Jubes, is not stable. He can be one person one day and then another person the next day.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a disorder going on there, but I think that a lot of it is because he thinks that he doesn't seem to understand my personality, and that's fine. He doesn't.
Which personality? She's got like 52.
Have to. But he doesn't realise I've been around for a very long time. I've been around for about 7 years.
Yeah, you've been around fucking... You're not even 7 years. I've been around double that, you mad bitch. You've been around no time at all.
And I talk to people on the left as well as on the right and everybody else in between.
Yeah, you're forgetting to mention the part where he's around all the far right lunatics, aren't you?
Here we go.
They booted you out. Every single community you've been in, they've booted you out. Funny that.
There are some people that I talk to that I don't even know what political affiliation they've got, because when I go on their shows, they're talking about religion, for example. So I believe that that's what a talk show is, that you talk to all different people. And I enjoy going on other people's channels as much as I do my own, because as you know, Wendy, when you do your own, it's quite exhausting, right?
It is, yeah.
Most normal people have not got the time to spend on all these panels. Jupiter makes...
Now, his other target is Jupiter. And I just think it's a sad state of affairs that people are not allowed to view their... and what I'm looking for at the moment is what Working Class Patriot did. He seems to have took it down. Whether he has or not, I don't know. It could very well be on X. But him and... there we go. Hope Not Hate Wendy. So him and Den Tarragon have now said openly, Hope Not Hate Wendy, when I've got nothing to do with Hope Not Hate. So let's have a play.
Right, good evening, folks. Hope everybody is well.
For nearly a year. To just get 2 bits of information. Now, them 2 bits of information can't have been that key, because they've never come up. It didn't help expose any of that crap. Do you know what I mean? All that was done single-handedly by myself or whatever, confronting Mandy Mosley and then getting her team.
Now, again, he did nothing. I don't know what he did with Mandy Mosley, and I don't care. My point, right, is that the information I needed was very important, because what they were saying and what they were trying to do slandering Tommy was horrific as far as I was concerned. And I needed to get the truth, and I got the truth. Once I got the truth, I fucking left them. I had the proof, I had the truth, I left them. I didn't need to know any more. This individual hates it. He wants to know what I found out. I'm not going to tell him, because it's too fucking serious as far as I'm concerned. It's too serious to tell someone like him what the rumours I'd heard from that group, what they were trying to portray Tommy as. why I got involved, what I found out, how I found out it was all rubbish and lies and everything else, and then I left them. But again, we're being targeted as Hope Not Hate. We've got nothing to do with Hope Not Hate.
But to throw each other under the bus. Do you know what I mean? It's like, when does key information come from? Where did it, what was the big deal about it? Because it's not been seen by anybody. It's not helped anybody.
Yeah, I think the game that she's playing.
It's not helped any. Oh, it has. It's helped Tommy, because with what I did, it stopped them from running with that fucking rumour. It stopped them from putting that out. Because if that rumour had been put out and there was no proof to say it was a lie, right? Well, I don't know. I really don't know how how rumours like spread and then they spread and they get added onto. It needed to be stopped, and I stopped it. You didn't stop it, Tarragon. You didn't know anything about it. And because I did that, and because I happened to disagree with Danny Tomo, I'm now Hope Not Hate. And Working Class Patriot is the same too.
She's played it for a lot of years, is pretend to be a Tommy Robinson supporter, wait until he looks vulnerable, and then try to get people to come with her, to turn people against him. Yeah. That's the game that they've been playing for years. And they just keep getting back and forth.
What he means by that is sometimes I'll agree with Tommy, sometimes I won't agree with Tommy. Sometimes I'll agree with Tommy, sometimes I won't agree with Tommy. But one thing I won't do, I will not be a blind follower. And as I said, this video is not really to do with what these two clowns say. I want to know, what I want somebody to tell me, are these two connected to the Tommy Robinson movement? Was Dan Tarragon security for Tommy for 3 years? Does he have the right to be labelling people under the guise of the Tommy Robinson movement as Hope Not Hate? Ordinary people who just support the movement any way they can. And because they do that, and because they think for themselves, and because they have the right to freedom of speech and freedom of thought, Tarragon decides they're Hope Not Hate. He did the same to Tom Zero News, right? And he also did the same to somebody that was running the Tommy Robinson website. This man either needs to be stopped. Well, he needs to be. People need to know the truth. Does he represent the Tommy Robinson movement? Did he indeed work for Tommy Robinson's security? And why does he constantly run under the banner of "I'm doing this for the good of the movement"? What movement? Because I'm just little old me. But I tell my friends all about the movement, Tommy Robinson, all the rest of it, right? And then when my friends hear people like this saying things like that about me, they go, well, what's he talking about? You're not Hope Not Hate. Who's Hope Not Hate? What have they got to do with anything? I thought you said Tommy Robinson was this, and I thought you said Tommy Robinson was, the Tommy Robinson movement was a good thing to follow, blah, blah, blah. So it causes many problems in many areas of where we are trying to get things. So someone needs to say what he actually is. And Working Class Patriot needs to duck out and just concentrate on dropping Tommy's videos constantly, because that's all he does, right? Everything he says is lies. He claimed he was a murderer. He claimed he was this, that, and the other when I first met him. He said a lot of bad things, right? But one thing he's never done, because he's a fanatical about Tommy Robinson. He's never said a wrong word about Tommy Robinson. He never will, because he's a fanatic, right? But once again, he's not the type of person, because literally if anyone disagrees with what Tommy says, this man comes down on them like a ton of bricks. Ordinary people who haven't a clue what he's going on about get attacked. You get blocked from his silly channel, never to be seen anymore. It's not what the movement needs, and it's not how things are going to move forward. You can't build a country on things like this. You just can't do it. It shouldn't be allowed. What is the point? I mean, this is why Tommy said he left the EDL, was because of all this infighting and stupidness that goes on that he knows nothing about and hasn't got the time to answer personally to everybody's grievances. My grievance here is Dent Tarragon, like I keep saying, speaking for the Tommy Robinson movement? Was he security for Tommy for 3 years? And when he's accusing people of being hope not hate for no reason at all, by the way, is he talking on behalf of the Tommy Robinson movement? That's all I want to know. Thank you.
In a minute, when you see other people speaking, well, they basically turned round and said that people couldn't return to protest for 28 days. Or okay, they did rescind it a bit later on because they had to, because I mean it's